and the wealth of your company. So to maintain this in a proper decorum, you need to focus on commercialization process. So today we discuss about the strategy to develop business and increase your market. Strategy to develop business model. There are several business models present in the market. If we broadly talk about the business model, one is B2B business model and number two is B2C business model. With B2B business model, we meant with the business to business. With B2C, with business to customer. If we talk about the example, then a business to customer model is that we create a cookie box, a chocolate cookie box. So just as an inventor or as a brand or as an industry, we create a chocolate cookie and then we sell directly to the customers and the market, to the dealers and to the customers. It's a business to customer model. But B2B model, the business to business model is the model. If we create a computer software, if we create a computer software for a bangle shop, that a Bengal shop have 60 to 80 piece in this and this department. So we creating a program for them. So such kind of businesses are called business to business model. The consultancy services basically are business to business model, if we broadly talk about them. So the strategy to develop a successful business model over the last 3 decades, strategy has been the main component of the competitiveness. A study can also demonstrate that a business compete to utilizing different business models from one to another. The result might be unpredictable. Several times, the result of the business is quite unpredictable because in the starting, you don't know that how can you close your first sale and how can you commercialize your profits. When examined separately from the other, one business model can appear to be superior in the market because when you launch your business, you have a number of rival company already present there and they already have their brands. So to compete with them, you need to be superior in your product value. What you give to your customers. But when interactions are taken with account, it may provide a less value. Okay, by protecting a distinct position in the market or taking us of a valuable or peculiar collection for resources. Because resources are the important part. With resources, we mean the advertisement we are doing, the strategy we are doing to make our product familiar to customers. Strategy focus on gaining a competitive edge because nowadays making an ad is a beautiful idea. You can promote your products on the social media handles just like Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and also on the Google sites, Google ads, Google marketing sites, or the different sites available, or such influencers or the reels on YouTube and Instagram. These are also the new thing that you can promote your business. The sixth component of a successful business model that already discussed with the superior business models. Number one is identify your target market. You know, when you are launching a business, it is a very essential part that you identify your target market. Just like your product is a fresh vegetables, that you are a seller who can sell the fresh vegetables to doorstep of each and every house. So do you think what your customers are? So when you give a fresh a vegetable, they like old age people can go to the market and buy their product. They don't need your fresh vegetables. So who is your target market? Is the newcomers like us who are busy in 9 to 5 job and have no time to go in the market and have the vegetables, but also think about their health too. So such kind of people is your target market. So always focus in your target market, create business processors, always believe in the processors, not skip or quit any of the step, because if you quit or skip the process or the steps, you definitely don't reach the exact value that you are demanding in the market. Determine your audience, always determine your audience because the true audience always give you feedback. And you know, about publicity is the most trusting publicity in the market. If somebody likes your product, it recommend to another people, they definitely buy your product. So please focus on your determined audience. Keep track of important company resources. Focus on company resources. With company resources, we meant by the raw material that you're using for your product, the good quality raw material. Because always in market, there are two kind of material. One is the low quality and number two is the high quality. But a newcomer or the new startup launch, you need to be focused on the good quality products. Okay. And the resources, the budget you have to fix the amount for each and every step. A amount for raw material, a amount for processor, a amount for manufacturing, a amount for packaging, and the last and the but not the least is the amount for advertisement, because it is really important. So maintain your gross margin is high. Like you are making a product in a cost of 18 to 17 rupees, try to make it sell on 50 to 80 rupees in the market, so that the mean value that you have a 50 to 60 rupees gross margin between the selling point and the cost price of your product. It will the price that you can use in your marketing, packaging, and to hire people for your company. So please maintain a good gross margin. Nobody wants a cheap product. If you sell your product in a very minimal cost, nobody can catch the value of your product. So please focus on such kind of market. I know you are thinking that how can somebody buy a thing that could be better in the price by other. Can you ever visit the Zara stores? Do you look about the marketing idea of Zara? Zara have the prominent marketing value. The processor of Zara company is they launch 6 to 7 they launches new product after 6 to 7 days. Every weekend they have a new stock in the halls or in the shops. They never resell their old products. Why they do that? And they sell their product on a high price. So by these things, Gara maintain its market, because when you update your product day by day, customer reaches you, customer interacts you. You know, like Zara, there are many companies in the market. You can go to Pantaloons or the different companies. But you know, Zara sale is always high because they focus on fashion. They focus on updating. Neither companies focus on fashion or updating. They are focusing on brand values. So that's how Zara can initiate in the market. Create a compelling value offers. Compelling value offers, it means the discount and the programs you launch for your product, because day by day you need to maintain such a customer and consumer interaction, because when you go and directly meet that customer and consumer in interaction with the help of webinars, with the help of stock exchange programs, that means you a good feedback with the customers. And the feedback process is really important, that you can improve and fluctuate with your product. Develop a demand creation. What is demand creation? You always focus on customers' need, because at the last of the day, you have to focus at what your customer wants to buy. So please focus on the demands, what market wants. So the next is analyzed innovation strategies. Analyzation is the most important part when you strategize your innovation. Innovation can be a technology innovation, your innovation can be a market innovation, a design thinking innovation, or a business model innovation. Or also these all innovation, it's in belongs to a single project, because a single project can be advanced in technology, advanced in the market, advanced in the design, and how can you present it to business model innovation. With design thinking, the most common thing is nowadays you can see ads like that, people selling soaps and candles in different design and different molds. They look quite beautiful and quite simple and elegant, and we definitely like it. So how can they sell better from the existing company? Because you know, in the soap department there are many, like 1,000 plus companies already available in the market, but they have the, I think, the oldest processor of making a soap in a cubicle form or in the form of a round shape or jelly shape. The oldest thing. Nobody wants to buy them nowadays. People focusing on design, people focusing on color pops, because it's a time of a generation who believe in the virtual thinking. So please focus on designing too, because the good and the prettiest design found in the market achieving good quality numbers. Okay, innovation strategies, tactics to analyze and develop their businesses. First is technology innovation. Upgrade product in all possible ways. Always upgrade your product. Day by day, you need to do changes in your product. So always think that your product need to be flexible, that you can change according to the customers. Market innovations, we meant that adapt new need for the customers. With design thinking, we need evolve creativity with the team, because your team needs to be creative. Customer wants you to be creative. Creative things have the most proprietary seals. Business model innovation, organic growth of business. Always focus on organic growth. With organic growth, we meant the customer who really believe in you. Try to earn your customers' belief and trust, because the relation made with trust is a long-lasting relation. Just like we have some, in each and every Indian household, there is a Dettol product or a Dettol soap at our house. Definitely, we have them. Why should we believe Dettol this much? There are many companies in the market who have better product than Dettol. But when it comes to antiseptic or disinfect antiseptic things, we definitely buy a Dettol product. It is a soap, it is a liquid Dettol. So why we do this? Because we have a trust on Dettol. Okay. Business model innovation, organic growth of business. To understand these strategies, let's study IKEA business model. One more thing at this time, I want you to know that, when your product is quite famous in the market, nobody knows the real name of the product. People know the product by the name of your brand. There are many products who are present in the market who is known by their brand. So let's discuss about the IKEA model. I think you know about are the familiar about the IKEA stores or not. So I can make you a really sense believe that IKEA is a furniture store. Yeah, it's a furniture store. They have 3 to 4 multi-story building who are selling furnitures. I know it sounds really not great, because we definitely saw only furniture shops or furniture outlet in a market, but IKEA is having a different strategy. They have worldwide stores. They're selling a cheap or not cheap. They are selling inexpensive products in the market, in the furniture market. The main business strategy of IKEA is they are selling products who can be assembled by you. Okay, let me discuss it clearly. When you buy a table from IKEA, you can't find it a proper assembled table. You get the table, get it at your home, assemble it by your own, and then fix it at your house where you want. Just like if you buy a Almira from IKEA, you have that Almira's crosslet in 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, and you can assemble those 4 parts according to the guideline given. That's how IKEA present their product. So, as a human being, when you assemble a product by yourself, you have a connect with the product. You have an emotional connect. Like when somebody visit your home, you definitely ask them about that table. You have multiple products or multiple things in your house, so, or those are more expensive than that IKEA product, but you never talk people about that product. You always, when somebody new come to your house, you always came to know them that, like, look, this table is made by me. I assemble this table. Look how pretty is this. That's how IKEA developed its business model. So, what the focusing target of IKEA make the customer believe. Number two, IKEA do the publicity without running any ads, because you publicity for the IKEA. IKEA never publicity for them. That's how their brand can work. IKEA is a business model started by a carpet retailer in Sweden. In the beginning, they sold only pens and wallet, but after the revolutionary startup, IKEA only focused on innovative furniture at an affordable prices. They sell ready to assemble furniture at an economically prices. The reason behind selling ready to assemble furniture is that you assemble the table with your own efforts, you will definitely become attached and love to them. One more advantage that you will tell your friends and relative about it, and definitely it's kind of a publicity stunt. This helps IKEA in two major ways: word of mouth promotion and customer trust. Let's look at this graph. I think now it's more visible to you. Okay, just look at, it's not a complicated sale process, it's a quite simple process. Let's learn with me. First is the what is limited sales staffing. Number two is increased likelihood of your future purchase. Okay, okay, let's begin this set. When you have limited customer services, I mean startup, you definitely have limited customer services, self-assembly by customers, modular furniture design, they have low manufacturing cost, self-selection by customers. Yeah, by self-selection of your by customer is that IKEA have 3 to 4 multi-story building. You can roam here and there like you're going in a mall. You select a product by your own, check the price, check the material, and then buy it. There's no need to take care of the retailers. You don't need to argue with people. You don't need to negotiate the prices. So such kind of acts are doing by IKEA. So definitely that will increase their likelihood of future purchases, because if you like their product at first of the time, you definitely go to them again. High traffic store layout, or they always launch their stores in a high traffic area. More impulse buying, and IKEA also introduced a food court in the store. The motto to launch the food court is that people are always starving for food when they are purchasing, because at 3 to 4 story building you need to 4 to 6 hours to visit the whole building. You need a whole day. So definitely you being starving. So IKEA launched their food courts in the mall. Sometimes people going IKEA not for the furniture, for the food too, because IKEA launch are quite innovative foods and different cuisines. It was idea management. Idea management is a planned method for producing, capturing, enhancing, organizing, and analyzing the prioritizing reports. Useful the insights and alternative thinking that would not have otherwise surfaced through regular processes. There are more aspects of idea management than merely brainstorming ideas. These are good for using and a shared folder to gather and keep suggestions for the service enhancements. In addition to helping you ensure that beside ideas are coming up from the most skilled individual, being diligent about that ideation may significantly increase the capacity of for your innovations. Statistically, evidence suggests that the majority of new product and service concept will fail. Estimated 90% of innovations are fail. Why 90% of innovations are fail? Because they don't do idea management. Idea management is a thing that you can maintain the thought, the creativeness, the market value, and the time, because time is really crucial. Analyze the thing at each and every step, evaluate yourself day by day, because if you run from the evaluation, you can't be good to the success. Changes to develop successful business model. To develop a successful business model, there is always a very low quality business model in the starting. You never develop a successful business model in the first try. Always make a wrong product, then work on it and make it the bestest product in the market. That's how things work. If you all are researcher, as we know, so when you write a paper, a answer of any question, so the thing is you write a wrong answer at the first time. When you read it or look at the books and the things and the Google or the analyze the reports, after that you write a good article or the good research topics. So that's how it works. Changes to develop a successful business model. Type of changes. You sometimes you need to do some change in the structures. Structural component and the structural designs. Structural changes means that you make something change in the outer surrounding. That just like in older days, in computers or the laptop, we have the heavy hard disks, floppy disk, but nowadays we have a chipset like SSDs. Okay, that's how the structure changes. You just make the things minimal and this minimal. Now you can fix this thing each and everywhere and the product can be sold. Just like the processor unit. Nowadays, these common processors in the market, just like Intel, Ryzen, why they are selling in the market. Now the older product, just like that market, Microsoft has already vanished out from the market. They don't have that much of thing. They only have some word things and only a limited amount of things. Nobody use them. People adopting Google more than Microsoft. That's how it works. People, attitude, expectation, and perception and behavior individual and groups. By this mean, you work it on two ways. Number one, you can change the concept in your own group because you always work for a startup in a group of really technical or the most interactive and intelligent individuals. So you always change their accept perception about the product and the need of the product. Also, you focus on the market, the attitude of the people toward the product you are launching, the behavioral and the individual or the group's behavior. Sometimes an individual likes the product, but the group denied it. So you have to focus on a product that everybody can like. Okay, next is technology changes. Work process, methods, and equipment. But technology changes, we meant with the change of process. That in older ways we use it man-made processing or such kind of thing. But nowadays we have machinery to process each and everything. So such kind of changes are technology changes. It saves, I think it saves your amount that you can say pay to the pay to the workers. Okay, मतलब it's can save the manpower. It can save the time. It can save the water and the other thing. And the most important, with this you can make more products. Like with a human being can make 10 or 15 pen in a day, but a machine can make 50 pens in an hour. That's how the technology change work. Structural changes. Changes in the structure affect the underlying directory assertion that guide decision about how to proceed, such as how market orders are handled. Innovation is a key factor in structural transformation. Economic sectors with significant research and development like the R&D centers. All companies have their R&D centers. Components may have a significant influence on the current approach. Structural changes based on that kind of framework is that first is economic framework. Number two is interconnectedness. Number three is globalization of product. Number four is innovation and knowledge. By economic framework, we meant that how your product is useful for the economic growth of your country or for the globe or for your company too. Because company is essential because you are running a startup company. You never think only about the market or the customer. You have to think about the profit of your company too. Because if you have no profit and more losses, then definitely your company get vanished out from the market. So with economic framework, you always use such raw materials that can't affect the environment. Because if you use a product that affect the environment, a day comes when your company is totally vanished out. If there is no matter that how much successful you are. So please focus on such things that can be economically safe. Interconnectedness. Always connect with the customer or connect to the things, just like the process, the economic growth, the marketing strategies. Always connect the whole process. So such kind of interconnectedness with the team, with the process, with the handling of materials. Globalization is the how like one day they come and the people believe in your product globally. Across the globe, you can sell your product. So always focus on a second side that when the day come, how can you perceive this? Innovation and knowledge. Day by day, you need to launch a series of the product and its same department, because if you be with that a particular or one product, you can't survive a market for the long time, because any new day a new company came and get the market. So please focus on innovation and knowledge. Technology changes. With technology changes two types. One is modular changes and number two is architecture changes. What the effect of changes is, first is competence changing or number two is competence destroying. Let's talk about them. So what is modular change? Approach known as modular innovation involves either a full redesign of a product or service or the fundamental components of a product, but leave the connection between these components in their standard locations. It is a platform that enables the reuse and sharing of data amongst the app, businesses, and the communities. It is described as a technique for implementing technological advances in product modules without necessarily altering the design of a good or service. Modern innovation include relationship between people and things, experience control, and content ownership. It combines management and engineering business strategies. That's how you can develop modular changes in your product. Example of innovative modular changes is the Tesla model. You definitely know about the company Tesla. That company runs by the one of the top richest person in the world, Elon Musk. A perfect example of Tesla's Model X is the epitome of modular innovation. It employs both engineering and manufacturing technical changes. With an autopilot model, it introduced a drastic change in the outcome in market. But that's how modular innovation can come. Architectural innovation. When new good or service employ current technology to open a previously untapped market. Because when you focus on market, if you learn these things thoroughly, you definitely found it to particular spots that are already missed by the top business companies. Not every business companies acquire whole market. Some things that already have known as a gap that already not used by them. So please focus on that particular untapped markets. When you run a product for such kind of market, you definitely know the growth because you don't have more rival companies in that kind of market. Just like several before several days, such product came in the market just like Mama. These are cosmetic products, by the way. Wow, Skin Science, Vedic. Why they come? Because before this, the cosmetic companies only focus on the high range cosmetic product who give you this and this advantages, not focusing on how the skin get infected, how the infection people came along, how it will develop around the global. Because if you have a cream that can be successfully useful in the international market, because they have a different temperature. In India we have different temperature, at different states we have different temperature. So to make a product that can be useful for all over the country, it can be a product that made by nature and can use with the all kind of age. That a product that can use with a child, with a in the young age people or the old age one. So to make such kind of product, we focus on natural products that already be in our traditional knowledge system. So such kind of changes is known as architecture changes. For instance, a smartwatch repurpose cell phone technology into a watch form factor. Smartwatches are quite famous. Every company launched their smartwatches. What is smartwatches? You can access everything with a smartwatch. You can call with them. You can check your heart ratio, BP, the speedometer. It work as a calling device. It work as a messaging device, and always you can see the time too because it's a watch. It's meant to be see to the time. That's how it works. This repackaged in existing technology to reach a new market for buyers. Typically, a business changes the product architecture to produce a new product that expands sale into definitely a very new areas. Companies may innovate by utilizing and modifying current technologies to develop new goods and services that caters to untapped market and clientele. Given that the product design is altered in the order to generate a new product and enter in the new market. This form of innovation is known as architectural innovation. You have millions of examples of architectural innovation in the market. Next is competence enhancing. When innovation advances an existing technology by utilizing the firm's current skill, it is considered as competency enhancements. On the other hand, a technological replacement innovation is considered to be a competence destroying when it makes a firm's capability outdated. For example, blade innovation that have been competence in enhancing for Gillette, they help Gillette depend its existing capabilities. Okay, when we talk about the Gillette blade technology, Gillette have the brand value in the market. People never buy a blade that come from the different company. They always go on the shop and tell, please give me a Gillette blade. There is no thing, nothing can be bother them if the provider or the dealer provide them a blade from the another company. They have that one name on their mouth, that is Gillette. So day by day the sale of Gillette is going down because there are several companies who copying them. So ignore such kind of thing. Gillette launch a blade who come with the 5 to 6 blade technique in a single packet. So it will need it kind of a competence change, that it change from the current skill to the new market, and it make the customer believe, it make them different from the existing companies. Okay, and the thing is, customer buy and prefer that product because it can a long lasting product. Competence destroying. When innovation expands upon an existing technology while utilizing the firm's current skill, it is considered to be competence enhancing. On the other hand, when an invention replaced a technology and make a firm's capability outdated, it is considered to be a competence destroying. Usually, this is the case with major developments. When an invention expands upon an existing technology while utilizing the firm's current skill, it is considered to be competence enhancing. On the other hand, when invention replaces a technology and makes a firm capabilities outdated, it considered to be a competence destroying. Usually, this is the case with major development. Look, competence destroying is not a big or taboo thing. Believe in that, because sometimes a wrong decision in the market led to your company destroying image. You can focus on the Nokia market. There's a time when Nokia ruled the mobile industry. The belief of people in Nokia phones are unimaginable. Still, we have that example that you buy a Nokia 1100 and it's the replaceable phone that you ever have. You can, it never will break. Such kind of beautiful image that people have there in mind with Nokia company, and now there is no market for Nokia. Nobody's believe on Nokia. Why this happen? Because Nokia have some changes to their company model that led us at competence destroying. The change in the product, they work in the Android system. Nokia launched their Android phones with Microsoft. They are Windows phone, but they think that the market is going with Android phones with the iOS. They change their phone to the Android, but that leads to the Nokia as a competence destroying. People love Nokia because of their window phones. No one love their Android phone because in Android phone market there already a different range. We have multiple products in this range. Why we believe in Nokia? So Nokia is getting out from the market. That's how a big build-up company also met that competence destroying. Enhancing. Public opinion must have thing for any business to replace all existing product for your competition. Analyze your innovation by scenarize your customer on base of age, interest, and gender. Encouraging people to check an example, just like encourage nowadays people buy a virtual BP machine, virtual sugar machine, and check their blood pressure and diabetes on each and every weekend. This will help us to make them more healthy because nobody have the time to visit our doctor again and again. And by these kind of restlessness or non-relative things, people suffer from the various severe diseases. So to avoid such kind of mistake, people now buying such kind of product and make believe on such products. So these are the techniques that help us people enhancing. For a business strategy, you need to be financial planning. With financial planning, we meant that how can you borrow money from the market? How can you repay your loans? How can you manage your business planning? How can you pay your staff? How can you get permits? Because to launch any business model, you need some permissions from the government. You need some license. Always focus on how you can get them. Saving for the retirement, because you are running that company. You can't work at the age of 60. After 60, you need to take rest. So to take rest, you need to plan your retirement too, because you are not a single person who working for yourself. You are running a company now. So for to run a company for a long lasting period, you need to focus on a team. The exit plan, how much you already invest in the market, investing, how can you invest in the market, the equipment you have, the brokerage you provide to people. So such kind of business strategy is always running in your mind to make your business more successful on the plane. Next is portfolio management. Portfolio management is meant the business image that you have in the market. Some companies have that images like when we talk about the mobile companies, when we talk about Apple. So what's the image of Apple in the market? The rich persons or the people who have good salaries afford the Apple phones. We have normal such kind of images. Okay, somebody have the phone ranges between 40 to or less than that, like a phone of OnePlus, MI. So such kind of image we have in the market about that person, or below phones, just like some newcomer companies who have not such much brand name. So such kind of things are called portfolio management. You definitely make a portfolio in your market, that how you can make your image in the market. Nothing is wrong that Apple is a good company, OnePlus is a good company, or the existing Oppo, Realme, EMI, such companies are also good. Nothing is wrong with that, because we all have different market. We are focusing on different markets. What is portfolio management? The selection, prioritizing, and control of organization programs and projects in accordance. When its strategies, objectives, and capacity to deliver are referred as portfolio management. While maximizing return or investment, the objective is to strike a balance between the execution or changes and the preservation of the business model other than usual. For effective portfolio management, visibility to work and concentrates. What do you mean by visibility? You always have an interaction with customer. That before launching a phone, you make that hype that we are launching a phone or we are launching our new product on this and this day. So people get excited and wants to know more about your company. So that's called visibility in the market. Customer driven prioritizing. You always focus on customer feedback and mention it in your ads. Adaptive resources allocation. You always adapt and upgrade more and more resources. Continuous value realization. You always make your company's value on a priority list. Some companies have a brand value of 200 crores or 50 lakhs or 10 lakhs or 5 lakhs. Such kind of continued value realization is important. Portfolio management, you can divide it just like what the market share expansion of your company, what is the profitability value of your companies, the customer retention rate in this and this and this year, and the new technology radiances in the company. Always make such kind of chart in the starting of the commercial year. So this will help you to make a target for yourself and your company. Protecting intellectual property. This one is the most important step in the path of innovation. When you invent any new thing, you need to focus on the IPR. Yeah, because when you protect the things by your name, you would definitely let the market for a long time, because when you file a IPR, you will have the right of 20 years in the market. Nobody use your product at least for a 20-year time period. So you can own your market by yourself. Nobody copies you. If somebody trying to do that, then you will file complaint about it. If you don't file IPR or don't have patent or copyright for your thing or trademark, or you can patent your trademark or can't process such kind of thing, so definitely somebody else copying you and you can't claim for that. So innovations are more interesting if they keeps you to generate revenues. And so patent, copyright, trademark and secrecy. I will also complain that so-called open source strategy. Patents are the most well-known type of intellectual property right. There are two types of utility patent and the design patent. Firms and individual can acquire a utility patent on invention that gives them to the right to only want to commercialize a product for 20 years. You can file the patent for each and everything. You can file a patent for your research paper. You can file patent for the process that you are creating. You can file the patent for your chemical innovations. You can file your patent for your creativity. If you make a different trademark of a different sign or different logo for your company, you can file also patent for that. And definitely a company like CNIP provide you such a simple and the most prominent or the belief way to file a patent. So let's solve for today. I want to hand over this to Amrish sir. Amrish sir, if you have any doubt, please make your query available.
Dr. Prabhu, Parul, if there is any question, you can put up the questions, and there are other audiences. Thank you, Mansi. This was a very nice delivery. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.